This is very annoying. Someone has gone onto my Facebook account, changed my email and changed the password, so now I can't log into it. I was logged in on my phone and it was working, and then I wanted to know why I wasn't being able to log in on my computer, and it says that my email is different and it's some yin yang, so somewhere in China. It looks like a junk email has taken over my account, and I can't log in or change the password because it takes me round in circles, and it's done this both on the computer and the phone. It says all you need to do is type in your old password to get back your account. Just type in your old password. I type in the old password. Doing it too fast. Type in the old password, and then it just goes, you've indicated, it says my password was changed 8 hours ago. If you don't know the current password, you'll have to create it. So create a new password. So I press it, and then it goes straight back to the page where it tells me to just type in the same thing. So it's like there's 2 pages that are on a loop. To create a new password, I just need to type in the old password, and as soon as it types in the old password, it says that my account is not usable and that I need to change my password. And then when you click the button to change the password, it just goes to use your old to that same. So I don't know what to do about it. It's highly frustrating when this happens. But anyway, I've been thinking about that trap film where there was like a guy who was a serial killer and had multiple personalities, and there's that annoying guy, the freak. I don't know, he's obviously got serious ability to lie. I believe you, I'm your friend, I'm trying to help you, blah blah blah. He sounded very charismatic. It just reminded me of that film, you know, all the profiling of that person that was saying, you know, someone who wants to be your friend, someone who thinks he's not doing anything wrong, someone who is just, you know, everything about him. And I was thinking about like who would call me up pretending to know producers of Big Brother when really they thought that I was psycho. You know, as soon as he said that he'd spoken to my mum first, that was when I was like, right, 100% know that this is a prank phone call. So I put the phone down at that point. And then he called me back up and said, you know, you're crazy, right? And just like completely changed his tune, had a completely opposite view. And then suddenly it was like, okay, I was completely deceived. But there's one other person who's added me on my Facebook. So I deleted thousands of people off, and like 3 people added me. 2 of them were not clients. And one of them was someone who he wants to wank for an hour and pay me £200 just to wank in front of me. Now, it's a disgusting thing to ask for. It's worse because we've had loads of conversations about me being God. And he looks like G-Eazy. He's very easy, let's just say that. You know, he definitely 100% wants to have sex with me, and he's made many money requests to do so. He's kind of fit, so I guess he's not that bad, but it's just, he told me he's a doctor. He told me that, you know, he's got a wife and kids, and just all his mannerisms seemed very professional, but that's how he seemed on the phone. The person who called me up pretending to know producers who are interested in putting me on Big Brother or in Australia, he seemed very similar to that guy. And there's very, very few people who have been contacting me. Not that he hasn't contacted me all winter or anything, but someone a few weeks ago, you know, called me up, and I said, I'm tired, I don't want to put the phone, I don't want to speak. And then he called again and again and again, and I think it's the same person. There's for about 3 years. It's not common, you know, it's like every 3 months I'll get a phone call. So there's big gaps in between the phone calls, but it's been going on for about 3 years. And technically this doctor, or this person who told me he was a doctor, he was the one, I knew him at that time. That was around the time that I met him. I didn't believe that the COVID thing was real, but he told me that he is a doctor and that he goes into emergency. He works in emergency. He also said that he does scanning, so he could find me people that can scan my brain. And when I asked him questions like you know, what do you think will show up? You know, as a doctor, I was trying to ask him, and he just said, oh, your records will be off the chart or something like that. I mean, that's what he said. I mean, it's like, what are you talking about? I mean, if you're a doctor, surely you wouldn't want to give any kind of a diagnosis until you've actually done the test, because I'm not even convinced that it's going to be off the chart. I'm thinking it's going to be like, it could just be normal. There could be absolutely, my brain could just be normal. I was trying to work out why I was time traveling. I've shown him videos. There's a video where there's a woman in a sort of cell choking on water, and he's looking like he's being sad over it. But I feel like that song linked to him, but it's not a nice song, and it doesn't really portray him in a nice way. But I don't know, like, I wouldn't have said he's a friend in any way, no. But he has made a few messages to me recently saying that, how's it going, and I'm still willing to I'm willing to pay you £800 to do it. And the thing is, because I can't remember what we had, but I'm sure we had like a 2-hour session, and he did pay something, and I think he gave a tip as well. So it did seem like he had money. So it wasn't like a complete nobody with no money, but a lot of people have money. So that doesn't mean anything. But I'm not convinced that he believes that I'm God, even though he confesses that, or said that he does. And some of the there's about 8 messages on my Facebook page, and they're all supportive. But then he was like, oh, can I have an interview? And it's like, do you not understand what the 15-minute interview that I was talking about? He messaged me saying he wants a 15-minute interview, but it's just like, do you not understand what the interviews are about? The interviews are about getting people to insult me so that I can use this later as evidence that they don't believe in me. So he didn't quite understand that. I mean, maybe he was making a joke about wanting some sort of sex cam whip video or something. But yeah, then he when he responded in a second, when I said that it's for people who don't believe, not for people who believe, but his response was basically just that they will make you should make these videos because they'd make good YouTube videos and you'll get good ratings. And it's just like, you do realize I wouldn't be doing these 15-minute interviews for ratings. These 15-minute interviews are going to be on my personal file until people believe that I'm God, and then I'm going to expose it, not on YouTube. It's going to be on TV and stuff like that. And just he sounds like an intelligent person. He seems like an intelligent person. He wants me to think that he's an intelligent person by telling me he's a doctor and things like this. This is the sort of thing that, I'm thinking about the character of that trap film, and that's the sort of thing that he would do. He would tell his wife and kids that, he's got this, he's doing this, and really it's all just lies and deceptions, and really he's a psycho killer. And just whoever called me in that ability to just lie, pretend to be my friend, pretend to want to help me, pretend to care about me, and then as soon as I realised, okay, this is a prank, I'm going to put the phone down, call me up and just be like, you're fucking mad, you know that? Like, completely changed his tune, and I just got furious at him. And then for me to scream at him, like literally, like as hard as I possibly can for about 20 minutes, and he didn't even put the phone down. He enjoyed me screaming at him. So I was thinking that's a fucking psycho. And of course every now and then he would be adding in, oh, you're a witch, oh, you're a devil, oh, you're a slut, oh, I know you like threesomes. I know he likes threesomes because he once brought a woman, because I didn't do endings and he brought someone else. So he does like threesomes. He does all the things that person was making me think. I'm just thinking it's the same person. My clients are not friends. I like the Roger guy. There's one old guy who I like kind of liked, and there's one other one, Sean, who's on my Facebook page. I liked him too. He's a college professor, and I've helped gone walks with his dogs. But other than that, I don't trust anyone. And this guy, I think he's the one who's called me. I do, and I think he's added me to my Facebook page, and I don't know what to say about it. Can't even get onto my Facebook page now because it's not letting me. It's saying I need to create a new password, but then when I click the button to create a new password, it's not letting me create a new password. But yeah, I think I know who called me up, and I think it's someone that's why he thinks he's my friend, because he thinks that he's told me a bunch of lies. And I'm now not even convinced that COVID is real. He was the reason why I started believing that maybe COVID was real, because he said that he's actually seen it and he's actually seeing it with his eyes. But if that's the same guy that lied to me and just boldly lied to me, like had absolutely no problem with lying and doing it for the sole intent of thinking that he's helping me without clearly having no interest in helping me, and just And there was one other person who I believed, someone who said that he was working in the film industry. Gosh, he's another one that I feel like might have just lied through his teeth. I don't trust anyone. It's really horrible to be, and he might be watching this. I know that James guy. I think he's watching this, and I don't care, because I'm not going to respond back to him. I think he is a prank phone caller, and I don't believe he's a doctor any longer. I think everything he's told me is a lie, and it's people are fucking tramps, aren't they?